Hi, this is Kim or Adverse Camber 42, continuing my playthrough of Disco Elysium on PlayStation 5, Bratan! Or something like that anyway. Right, let's just continue. Hiya, Info Shark, how are you doing today? Let me feed those kitties for you before we start. Sorry, try and shake my little bag of dreamies. Hey Teabag, come have your treats before we begin. Info says you need treats. You do look under treaty. You're always just out of arms. Oh, that's better. Good girl, Tia. Jump up and get them. There we are. One of them's got treats at least. So you fed 33% of the cats. Well done, Info. Oh, I'm very well, thanks, Info. I'm glad you are too. Oh, Shro, quick. 66% of the cats, Info. We're going up. There's no share bear today. Right, there you are, Shro. Oh, let me just throw those treats at you. I should take out stocks in Dreamies, really. Anyway, it's kind of hard to say how far we got last time in Disco. It's very non-linear. But we did interview Yvette Claire, the head of the union. We managed to get his help cutting down the body behind William Rags. Kim had left us last night just to deliver. Oh, Share! Treats for Share! I got them all! Anyway, well done, Info. Everybody's been fed. If Share will actually take the treats. Yep, success. Woo, says Info, yeah. Anyway, we cut down the body behind the whirling in rags. Kim had just taken it back to base because we investigated it and discovered he hadn't been lynched to death after all. He'd been shot in the head, I think. It was rather grisly. So, I can't remember when Kim said he was coming back. He might be waiting for us downstairs. Nothing on the front page rings a bell. Strange. So yeah, I'm not sure what we're investigating today, but we'll figure it out. I guess we can see if the Hardie Boys are down there. See if they've got anything new to say now we know more about the body. Sorry, I've just got cats everywhere. I can't just... Oh, here's Kim. Hello!
Yes?
Tell me about the case again.
What do you want to know?
Now that we've inspected the scene, I want to know more about this pissing competition you mentioned.
What's there to say? It's just stupidity.
What kind of stupidity?
The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to its natural conclusion.
So this is a struggle over who runs Martinez.
Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words. I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest, with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary.
So you volunteered to spoil it?
Yes. I am an unrepentant spoil sport.
The lieutenant appears pleased with this. What's special about Martinez?
Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist.
A tremble comes over you. Another after effect of ethanol poisoning, perhaps. Feels like leaves do when they rustle in the breeze, somewhere far away, below the turbine. The 41st and the 57th. The lieutenant was right. It's not about who gets what's north. It's about who doesn't.
I wonder what this says about me, that I was sent by my station. He raises an eyebrow, thinking it best to let you make the next move.
Tell him why it's you.
Teach lessons. There can only be one conclusion. I'm the finest we have. There we are. That one feels like my answer. There can only be one conclusion. I am the finest we have. A hero cop sent to outperform you in every way imaginable.
A good joke.
He does not actually think it was a good joke.
Of course it's a joke. Look at me. How could I possibly compete with you? You probably have a ton of cases solved.
It's not that many. Officer, I'm sure you have a lot more cases solved. Now, was there anything else you wanted to ask about the competition?
Okay, enough of
Not,
the
we should
competition
move.
then. Tell me something else.
Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
He's actually glad it's addressed now.
Okay, that's a white check. It's very low. We can give it a go at least.
Because you're the best qualified. No, that doesn't seem right.
No, it makes sense. I'm exceedingly qualified.
If you're so well qualified, why can't you remember why you were sent? Anyway, don't keep the lieutenant waiting.
Okay, we've got Kim back at least. Let's see if Lena's got anything new to say.
Oh, hello, dear. I didn't notice you at first.
No, nothing more from Lena. Alright, let's go talk to the Hardie Boys and this lady, who I'm guessing, I can't remember her name, but is the person Yvette said was, Everett, I keep pronouncing his name wrong, said was the second in command.
I've got nothing to say to you.
No, nothing new for her. Let's try the Hardie Boys.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Titus does not look particularly happy to see you. Okay. I want to talk about the hanging again.
Again, just get the dead guy's autograph, since you're his biggest fan.
Ooh.
Good one, Titus.
How does the bullet in his head factor into this?
Huh?
A sip of beer makes the surprise go down easier.
There was a bullet in the dead man's brain. Why was it there if you hanged him?
How the fuck do I know? Anyone could have shot him. Target practice, maybe.
Another sip. He's tight-lipped suddenly.
This line of questioning is over. You got the cause of death already? Hanging. If there's any post-mortem trauma, it's your problem. This will not turn into a cross-examination.
This was a good move. Also, notice how Titus doesn't like her much, especially when she's calling the shots.
Okay, we know not to arrest Titus because it got me killed
fucking
last time. You still haven't explained the bullet I found in the hangman's head.
You still on about that bullet? A bullet in a hangman's head. You're right, Copper. That is mighty curious.
Indeed, mighty. How did it get there?
The lieutenant is fixed on Titus.
Well, there are so many bullets in the world, and so many heads. I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads.
It's bound to happen again, you know? Just statistically speaking, of course.
Let's start from the top. I'm going to ask you again, why was this, I show them the bullet, in the victim's head?
Wow! He's got it in a real evidence bag and all!
Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened.
I think the hanging was cover-up for the shooting.
You know what I think? I think he was shot in the head as a kid, and his brain grew around the bullet.
It makes sense.
Around the bullet, man. That's a good one.
They're only pretending to enjoy this. Beneath the act, they don't like you knowing this.
Did you guys shoot him?
Shit! I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night. You guys know me when I'm drunk.
Yeah, Glenn likes to shoot his guns when he's drunk. better hope he stays sober.
No, he meant before he was hanged. Did you shoot him before you hanged him?
Before? After? During? This is getting ridiculous. They told you what happened. Stop wasting your time.
Don't worry, we'll figure this out sooner or later.
Never been worried in my life, lawman.
Me and Everett talked. He promised you'd cooperate.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you. Is that it, lawman?
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You gonna go and tell on us?
Very mature, guys. Everett sent word, right?
Yeah, I heard him. Now fuck do you think I'm doing here? You'd have your ass handed to you if it wasn't for the boss man's word. Let me state this very clearly, capo. Hello, officer. I'm Titus Hardie, and these are my boys, Hardie Boys. How may we assist you?
No, that's sarcasm.
Explosive laughter follows. To his men, Titus Hardie is a golden god. They want to laugh at his jokes even before they leave his lips. This guy is a born leader.
Okay. Our chance of authorities going up. Someone last time told me I should keep saving it, probably info. Maybe we should save it and see if we can actually win that role and see what happens. So, let's save the game before
Looks
a tiny
like
look.
the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Okay, come on, Titus. Get on with it. Okay, so I consolidate my authority.
This time it's going to work. You already ruled out the first.
And I load the game. And we try that again.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
As you look around this room full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look familiar?
Where have I seen this before?
You believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with, almost exclusively, men, sitting on desks, talking shit and wasting time. You seen Apricot, old Purdue's daughter? Asks Lieutenant McCoy. Replies Torson. The ass on that one. McCoy shakes his head in appreciation. A bit strange the old man named her Apricot, but, I mean, who am I to judge? Wanna hit the kebab joint?
I get it, Titus. You guys really are the authority around here.
Huh?
You must be. You're just like real cops, drinking beer and sitting around with your dicks in your hands.
You got a problem with beer now?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
Let's have a look. I have a beer problem, but not a problem with beer. I have no idea how to do my job. I like that one. Okay, I have a beer problem, but not a problem with beer. I also have no idea how to do my job. Like you.
Speak for yourself, buddy. I've been running this outfit for 10 years now. You should have seen Martinez before it started. It was like jam rock now.
They didn't see shit, man. Kids getting shot. We had 3 shootings a week. Fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffiti removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
He picks the beer back up.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick. Just don't antagonize him. You have this already.
It's not about who did it, it's about the victim. She needs help.
Titus?
He looks at her.
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her, but you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
What is her name?
The lieutenant takes out his notes.
Klaasje Amanjou. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags, a real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's Amanjou with an O-U.
Shit. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were a cop.
Oh, it's her! It's definitely her! It's Miss Oranje, disco dancer!
Okay, let's try and keep our composure. That's not going to go very well. Klaasje Amanjou. Cool. Low chance of success.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming on your brow as Titus looks at you oddly.
I don't understand what's so cool here.
Nothing. We just have a few more questions. Then we'll be on our way.
Whatever you do, do not tell him you know her. That would sound off.
So what was her relationship with the mercenary?
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped her. That's their relationship.
Something is off here. His anger is possessive.
Was like that karaoke incident all over again. Or like some of the other girls he was harassing.
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
So the rape, when was that?
He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again. So what does it matter?
It would help if we establish a timeline.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe? I don't know. I need another beer.
He turns to Glenn.
Here you go, boss.
The tall blonde throws him a can. Titus cracks it open. So, what was your relationship with her?
I know her.
He looks around and common silence fills the room.
How well do you know her?
A small twitch in the corner of Kim's mouth. He has a hunch about what knowing means.
Well enough, Copper. We party. She's been here for a few months.
He crosses his arms. So she's not from around here?
You mean Revachol? Nah, she's an immigrant. Or a drifter of some sort. Been staying here over the winter.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had some bad luck, that's all.
Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Titus gives them both a look. They fall silent. What's with all the silences? It's like these guys don't know how to feel about this. You should keep picking at it. And what was up with the partying she and Titus did? It sounded fun.
You said you partied. Cool. That's cool, but what does that mean?
What do you think I meant?
Was it sex?
Yeah, pretty much.
So you're saying the two of you were close?
No, we just fucked. That's all. I'm not gonna give you any details if that's what you're after. So put your dick away.
He really went out of his way to seem comfortable with this topic. That's all you're gonna get for now.
Thank you. We'll talk to her.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
He points his beer can at you. Okay. I've already forgotten the woman's name, but let's go upstairs and talk to her. I think it was like Klaasje or something like... Oh, Kim wants something.
Officer, what was that?
You mean the sweating and fidgeting when he mentioned her name?
Yes.
The sort of quivering jello thing with the eye?
Yes.
I think I know the woman.
The victim? Is there something I should know before we talk to her?
I met her in the hallway after I woke up.
Understood. You were not in good shape on Monday.
She knows I didn't remember being a cop.
Okay, that's manageable.
I tried to hit on her.
Understood.
It went pretty okay, I guess.
It doesn't matter how it went, officer. What else?
I didn't rape her.
What you're saying is, you raped her?
Ice is forming on the inside of your chest cavity. Cold sweat trickles down your neck.
No.
Then, don't ever say that again.
There's a pause.
What else?
Nothing. Let's move on.
We'll be alright, officer. This is nothing.
You feel fortified by his assurance. It's going to be alright.
Well, at least that got me my morale back. Who's this chap? It's all about money, you know. Oh, we got two guys here. Hello.
The woman in an RCM patrol officer's uniform winces as she notices you.
I would really prefer not to talk to you right now.
A patrol officer is the lowest rank in the RCM, below lieutenant and sergeant.
Hold on, you're a patrol officer of the RCM.
Yes, I am.
I'm a cop too.
I know.
Here's the real deal.
I'm on a murder investigation. Are you the cavalry?
I'm definitely not the cavalry.
Is everything alright? Why don't you want to talk to me?
I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you?
Have I wronged you? I've done that to a lot of people.
No, you haven't wronged me. It's okay.
She shakes her head and breathes out.
Something changes in her. It's pity. Pity comes over her.
Okay, fine. Let's talk. What did you want?
What precinct are you from?
What precinct?
She just sighs.
Am I from? God, he doesn't know.
Fucking deranged lunatic.
The sunglasses-wearing man pushes through his teeth. So you're the police, right? Cool. So am I.
I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything, Judith.
Wait, is he police?
Me? No. I'm just a man with sunglasses. I like wearing sunglasses inside. Sunglasses and a fucking wig.
What are you, the police, doing here?
I'm just looking out for...
You?
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are?
A policewoman?
Yes. A policewoman who just wants to do her job. That's all.
She says quietly and looks away. Alright. Goodbye. Where's he? Is he?
Yes.
No,
what
he's
is
the other one. Whoa, you won't actually talk to me at all. Huh. Alright, we'll come back to you two, I'm sure. Let's go and see if Klaasje is in our room. Did I say that right?
The door is closed.
Who is it?
A woman's voice answered, muscled by the door.
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere. You could snoop around before going up.
If Kim will let me. Oh no, I think I clicked on Kim there. Right. Hotel bill calculations. Looks like she's had an extended stay. Piles of dirty clothes. A woman's. This room has sad all over it. Reminds you of your own. Oh, hi Entropic. How are you doing today? Nice to see you. You feel someone watching you behind the glass door. A woman. The bed has been hastily made.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
I run my finger across the surface of the glass.
Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
Game's going well, I think, in Tropic. It's a bit hard to tell how well we're doing in a game like this, because it's so narrative-driven. But we've been playing it for a few sessions now, and it was a bit hard to get into, but it's surprisingly enthralling. It's one of those games you just got to stick with. The window was recently replaced.
Looks like it, yes.
He adjusts his glasses.
You know which window has not been recently replaced?
The one I smashed in my room?
Yes, that one. Cold wind is seeping in right now. Just one floor below you. Messing up your concentration here.
Stop distracting him! He has work to do! Plus, if I recall, the window has been giving him shit ever since he got here!
Good point, Necktie. Okay, oh, there she is. What was that? Come on. The smell of cigarette smoke is in the air. Astra menthol. What's that thing over there?
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight. It's barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets. Sounds like it's heavy, too. Very sturdy.
Where does it lead to?
I don't know.
He makes a note in his notebook.
It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door.
Do you think it's important?
I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case.
Below, the hostel cafeteria creaks and groans under your added weight. A skeleton of composite support beams and cantilevers. A dull thump. Somewhere inside, a wind brace rattles from the imperceptible motion of the building.
The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant.
Entropic says the narrator voice is thick. Yeah, it's Shivers, one of my kind of mind cabinet voices I like. Shivers just has a tremendously evocative voice. Okay, I'm bad at physical instrument, but we can try kicking the door. I'm probably going to hurt myself, but let's find out. Yep.
You kick it, gung-ho style. Entering the premises style. But the door fails to respect the force. All you hear is the bar rattling inside, laughing at you.
All right, let's trash the place.
Oh well, at least Klaasje approved.
Let's not.
Your foot is ready to explode and punish this object.
Oh, it's so tempting to kick it again. I swallow the rage. Let's not take any more damage.
The sturdy wood door has lost all respect for you.
Okay, what we got here? Look, a handful of dried wildflowers. There's something else there.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air.
I attempt to move my hand fast.
You catch a single white flower between your fingers. The rest fly off into the wind. It's a Maybell. The young woman looks at the Maybell in your hand. Just a glance, then takes a drag of her cigarette. The lieutenant gives you an acknowledging little nod.
Cold coffee in an ashtray that looks like a hedgehog.
Welcome to the roof.
The young woman has a cigarette in one hand and a cup of coffee in the other.
Her hair is still slick from the shower. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Nice view you've got here.
It's much nicer now.
Her eyes wander north towards the yard.
Thank you for that, officers. Truly.
There is something in her light brown eyes, a sadness, when she thinks about the death of that man.
You mentioned a cleaning lady. I think I need one.
Oh, yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
Disco Infernum.
They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit. Because of the Infernum.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I believe you have already met my colleague from Precinct 41.
Have I ever? Have you grown accustomed to your role as a police officer?
I have very little idea of what I'm doing.
You're doing just fine. After all, your path has led you back to me.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
She takes a pensive drag of her menthol cigarette.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult.
Cheers, suggestion. What's your name, miss, for the record?
Klaasje Amanjou.
And where are you from?
Vredefort, Republic of Oranje.
What is Oranje?
A bad memory, officer.
A bad memory of what?
Of lilacs and lightning. Parks, glass. Duraluminium. Vredefort is a conference city. It's always autumn there. A night. At least it was for me.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing. If you're no longer there.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
She takes a drag. And what do you do, miss? What's your specialization?
Something stupid.
Wanna hear what's stupid? Somewhere in a one-room apartment on Boogie Street, a young man shows Patrol Officer Tilbrook his genital warts. Ask him if they're cancer. His partner, Emil Mullins, can't be there. He's in another apartment with another man who's showing him a dead dog under the radiator. It's dead, Mullins says. No, the man replies. I touched him. He's warm. He's warm, Mullins replies, because he's under the radiator.
What's that?
Oranese lit. Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university.
She raises both eyebrows. What's Oranese literature about?
Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are... only the name of the nation changes.
If that's true, then Revacholian lit would fit you like a glove.
Oranese lit. What do you do with it?
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
Then how do you make money? Money is very important. I show her some money.
Cool. I've made more money by just being than I have with Oranese lit.
Being what?
Many things. A roller skating instructor, a secretary, Miss Oranje 37.
It's the world's most tired smile. Miss Oranje, now there is something you should linger on.
What is Miss Oranje 37?
It's a beauty pageant, held in the year of our century 37, in Oranje.
What's a beauty pageant?
It's a competition for stupid girls. Men look at them and choose the most beautiful.
But what is beauty?
When you have the fewest deviations from the norm. I've been told it's a type of mediocrity that I possess.
So you were the most beautiful?
Yes. And for that, I got a crown and a sash and a scepter. And a scholarship to study Oranese lit.
Understood.
Mm-hmm.
Can we
I
take
would
a look?
offer you coffee, but it's garbage. Literally tastes like poison.
She takes a sip. Can we look at your passport, please?
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Curious?
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
So how do we know you've told us your real name?
If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Klaasje Amanjou. It's a weird name.
I'm pretty sure I've got the legal right to demand your passport, miss.
Look, officers, I like this place, but I don't want to be stuck wandering the city like a ghost after being robbed of my travel documents. I don't want to become an indentured servant in a brothel on Boogie Street, and I don't want my relatives to pay the ransom.
Okay, then.
Okie dokie.
Thank you, that's it for the record.
The record? So official.
Nice room you got here.
Yeah, it's pretty deluxe.
No one likes to talk about their dirty laundry and their empty bottles. Maybe if you phrase it emotionally.
Emotionally. What are you doing here in the whirling in rags? No, is that emotionally? Emotionally feels sad, okay. I hate to say it, but you've got sad all over the place.
Yeah, I've contaminated it pretty bad.
Is that why you're out here?
The contamination spreads from room to room. First, I escaped upstairs. The sad got that too. Then I found the handle for the summer door.
What exactly is the nature of this contamination?
For me, it's a mix of me with a lack of cleaning services. How about you? Talk around the establishment is, you have an industrial sad spill in there.
She taps the roof with her heel. For me, it's alcoholism, miss.
Cool. I think I'm developing a pinch of that, too. It hasn't done wonders to my taste in interior decoration.
What are you doing here at the Whirling in Rags?
I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
Why here?
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol?
Here in the Whirling.
Because it's the funkiest building in Martinez. And because all the other buildings are bombed to hell.
See what her answer to the other ones would have been.
How long?
About
blah,
4
blah.
months. Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol?
Here in Martinez.
I heard this is where the washed-up disco has-beens go.
Nah, this is Sassy Town. It's where the future of dance lies.
If you say so, officer. If you say so.
Where does that door lead to? I point to the door that abused me so.
You tell me, officer. I've been trying to open it, in case the contamination gets to the roof and I have to move on. No luck.
That window is new.
It is.
She moves slightly to your left to check her reflection in it.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook. He finds the answer unsatisfying.
I've other questions for you.
Okay.
She takes a pensive drag of her cigarette.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and draped in smoke.
They tell us you've been through something difficult.
Something difficult? I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which one do you mean?
How do I word this? Were you sexually assaulted, miss?
By sexually assaulted, you mean raped?
She takes a quick drag, unperturbed.
Yes.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered.
And what does that mean? Were you?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I can't say that stuff about him. Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
Titus asked you to spice things up for us?
Pretty much.
She cradles the coffee cup in both hands.
Warming them.
Are you sure you weren't raped?
I'm 89% sure.
Does that mean you're 11% not sure?
You know how it is.
Do you?
Actually, I don't.
Maybe you don't.
The ash lands on her jumpsuit. She brushes it off.
There are numerous cigarette burns on those silvery scales. Easy to see now that you're closer.
In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with a mild to medium not raped here.
No one deserves to be raped.
I'm sure there is one person in the world who does. I mean, there are so many people. But let me make this clear. The man who was hanged from that tree did not rape me.
What did happen between you and the victim?
We partied.
Wait, partied? Where have I heard that before?
A lot of partying going on.
From Titus. About her and Titus's relationship. That's where you heard it.
Do you mean like a birthday party?
Yes. We made balloon animals, drank lemonade, inflated a bouncy castle.
Did you rim the lemonade glasses with sugar? I like to do that.
Yeah, I love that too. We frosted the glasses, I unwrapped my bike. There was a petting zoo with little white rabbits.
Really?
I would like it to have been that way, but it wasn't.
How was it?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
You were lovers?
I guess you can say that, yes. A bit. Lovers is such an emotional word. But there was something there. We did enough drugs for there to be.
How did you two meet?
The lieutenant's voice is quiet, calm.
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment. A military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
She appears aloof, but that scar part, the scary, is stressed and drawn out. What's that about? Apprehension? With longing. She misses him.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
It must have been hard for you. I point to the yard. Seeing him there.
Oh, yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
The call reporting the hanging? That was you?
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Revachol, miss.
Before we go, the snitching. Why did you do it?
Because I couldn't handle it anymore. None of these people called. He just kept hanging there. Then they started stripping him.
The caller's voice was disguised.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
Nicked it? How?
With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
Which landline?
The one downstairs, officer. I used the whirling landline.
Why go through all the trouble?
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there.
What can you tell me about him? Name, eyes, age?
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his... I don't know. Hair.
Another puff, more nervous.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
She meant she sees him in her dreams.
I've also seen him in a dream.
You have? Not like I do, I imagine.
She's run out of cigarettes. Time to light a new one.
She sees them in each other's homes.
You see him in... You're in each other's arms?
Yes. And then he's dead. His mouth agape.
She looks into the green pack of cigarettes and pulls out another one, preparing to light it. I see him as me.
She dips the cigarette in the lighter's flame and inhales, then looks at you with her lungs full of smoke.
I can see the similarity, yes.
She breathes out through her nostrils. The air smells of menthol.
Funny.
The lieutenant says softly.
Funny how?
Nothing. I also saw him. We had a long inspection and that sort of thing sticks with you. Let's move on.
What did they hang him for if not rape?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
Why was there a bullet in his head?
Bullet? They shot him too? They stripped his clothes and they shot him?
You mean after they hanged him?
I'm confused, sorry.
So am I. Were you aware that he had also been shot, miss?
Things are starting to go a little over my head here. I thought he was hanged. I was not present when they did it. I don't know what happened. I just know what they told me. And Sylvie, the bartender.
It's hard to know what to think about that answer. She's just tired. Don't push her too much.
How do the Hardie Boys know you?
They're frequent guests. Downstairs. They have a booth for union members. They're probably down there now.
And how did you meet?
Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
Did you party?
A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardie Boys?
I have.
Which one?
Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
Could that have been part of the reason they hanged him?
Could that be why they lynched him? Jealousy?
I hope not. Actually, I know that's not the reason. I'm careful about that kind of thing. Not crossing the wires, you know? But that's probably where they got the rape idea.
What do you mean?
Men like that? I don't know. It's the way their imaginations work. I suspect it's what they'd like to do to me.
She changes balance from one foot to another, crossing her legs.
Thank you for telling us all this, miss.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
I had something else before we go, a little thing.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
Okay, we've talked about that. We've talked about the assault. We'll leave the volition roll for now. What is this I can't say it. What is this wildflower? I show her the flower.
She looks at the dried petals in your palm, then lightly touches one with her fingernail. Chipped white polish covers the nail. It's long and sharp, like a mini dagger. The petal crumbles on contact.
Pretty. Looks like a dried maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style?
What's Sambo?
A martial art, sir. Is that it?
Yes. Why was it there?
Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer. Because of the wind?
Or an admirer?
Any admirers, miss?
Admirers? I'm too old to be a debutante. And this place is no fashionable society.
I notice your room is close to mine. I have a personal question.
Yes, you're just one room away. Very personal.
Were you in on Sunday night? I need to know what I did before I lost my memory.
You do not need to know that. What you need is to ask normal police questions, like...
He waits for you to finish the sentence.
Get a grip, he thinks. At least do your personal stuff when I'm not here.
Fair enough, Kim, fair enough. Okay, let's try the volition roll.
Soft, light brown eyes look back at you, directly into the space behind your eye sockets. You see the smoke rise from between her painted red lips. She's beautiful. I have bad news for you.
What?
You know these guys? Who? Me? Yes, you. He's talking about you. You groveling sycophant. You too. Me? Get out of here. I'm solid. These guys are compromised. She's got them singing along to her tune. The little bleeps and bloops you trust for info. You can't trust them anymore.
I knew something was off.
I'm sorry I didn't catch it sooner. It takes conscious effort on your part.
Which ones exactly are affected?
There's no way of knowing. At the moment, I'm afraid it's best to assume all of them. Bullshit, man. I ain't compromised. Especially that guy. That guy's the most compromised one in here.
To be fair, Electrochem was compromised before we started.
No fucking way, man. I just want a drag of that sweet menthol Ziggy. Really? Quick. Tell me what's under her jumpsuit. Glory. Truth. Softness. Protect her. She wants you. I take it back. He's got it pretty bad. But this next guy's on another level entirely. She likes you. The crown head is a boring condom. He's jealous. This is human nature.
How'd this happen?
How it always does. Through subtlety.
What can I do?
There's nothing you can do about it. You are how you are, and she is how she is. Things will go as they do.
Can't you turn him normal again?
No.
What use is this then?
It's better to know you're being played than to be played without knowing it, is it not?
Does this mean she's been lying to me?
I think it's safe to assume, yes. Mr. Thespian here hasn't been speaking up. If he were, I suspect there would be paeans to her truthfulness. Like this, she is a lady, most fair and just. In his defense, to reduce him to such inadequacy, she probably had to employ half-truths more often than outright lies. That is correct. And omissions too.
Can I trust that guy?
A little. They're all still of limited use, interpreting things to the best of their ability. Maybe they add flair or something. I wouldn't know. I don't add flair. But when it comes to assessments of character and factual accuracy, they are not to be trusted. Not with her.
Can I trust any of them ever again?
Don't be melodramatic. You can trust them. Just not with Miss Orange Disco Dancer here.
What's her plan?
You can't draw a sound conclusion. The one he usually does says, huh? No, Mr. Conclusion. You're always kind of limited in your analytical abilities. That's not her fault, but still.
I've been talking to myself long enough. Let's get back to it.
Don't worry. It's only been 4 or 5 seconds. You've got this.
Miss, are you manipulating me?
The silence broken. She exhales a little cloud of smoke and says,
God, no.
Okay.
Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m., drinking coffee, most likely.
Okay. So we've oh, Kim wants me.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardie Boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
Do you think this will make them cooperate?
Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
Why did she tell us all of that?
What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
I'm not sure she had to lie. I wouldn't have known.
If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her.
Something's off here.
You think so? She seemed forthcoming. Unusually so. Being forthcoming about some things is a good way to obscure other things. The best liars are always forthcoming. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back here soon enough.
Okay, I guess we need to go back down and talk to the Hardie Boys if they're there.
Heavy door. No.
Oh, wrong one. That door. We'll go and talk to the Hardie Boys if they are still around. And then we'll keep exploring. Whoop, that's not the stairs. That's the stairs. Sorry, I've got Schrödinger lying on my arm. It's slightly awkward. Oh, we've got a level. Does anyone on the chat want to pick what we level up this time? As always, the little clear diamonds are things we can learn. Oh, Info wants more drama. Oh, we can get another point in drama. Okay. There you go. Entropic's too confused. Basically, Entropic, these are my different stats. So, when we started, we picked Inland Empire, I think it was, as being our kind of baseline, which is why I'm kind of unhinged. Because Inland Empire gets dreams and reality confused a bit. But it's just how we roll. You know, we're not very smart, but our empathy and stuff is really good. And we are vaguely good at punching things as well, just from the way it's rolled out. Okay, where are the Hardie Boys? Except for punching doors, yeah, we failed miserably at that one. There's Titus.
Clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
Okay. Klaasje says she wasn't raped.
Fuck! I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
You've hit a nerve. Titus is furious. No, more than that. The loyal Titus feels betrayed.
Oh, nice seeing you, Entropic. Thanks for popping by. Hope you have a good night's sleep.
For the record, Titus Hardie did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down, and she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type. She's fucked up.
Crazy? What are you talking about? She was very lucid.
She wasn't raped. The witnesses' statements were very clear.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her.
His hands become fists.
And you went and pushed her. I am gonna fucking...
Titus Hardie!
Her voice rings through the room like a warning shot.
Success. Titus backs off. Fists down, everybody. Goddamn, no one tells you to put your fists down.
Everett personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardie, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
The room is so quiet you could hear a pin drop. The rest of the cafeteria has gone quiet, too. Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command.
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape. Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad. Listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
Why should I care about the tape? You lied to me.
You don't care about evidence. The fuck are you a cop for, then?
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions. They are fucking keeping a score on their bulletin boards.
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk about.
So what's on the tape?
What's on it? We call it the Dorgun a mega mix. You'll know why. Won't you listen to it?
Where did you get the tape?
You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no university degree for that.
So you bugged them then? How?
We have machines. We're in logistics. How do you think a harbor works? It's advanced stuff.
Understood? You've listened in on their communications. How long?
Since way before their chief started taking swing lessons.
Things got nice and quiet after that.
Which one of you is doing this advanced radio work then?
It's not advanced. You just hold up in a coop all day, writing down what they say. It gets hot as hell in there.
Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work.
The chief picks his beer back up to offer a silent toast.
Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something. Those notes are some in-depth stuff. Indexes and shit.
Where can I listen to this?
I'm sure we can find a tape player.
The lieutenant whispers.
Where can I listen to this? Why don't you try shoving it up your ass, genius?
Yeah, play it with your ass, cocksucker.
His voice echoes like thunder in the small room.
I'm sure we can find a tape player. It's not a problem.
He repeats in a calmly hushed voice.
Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardie.
I take the tape. Fine, I'll listen to it.
You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
A few more things about the tape before I go listen to it.
Yeah? What about you do that?
There's nothing more there. Right, let's go. So we got something new. We just need to find a tape player to find out what the Dorgun and Megamix actually is. Let's just make sure I've got nothing I can investigate in my inventory, because I keep forgetting to look at the interacts. Used to be a tape in this case, but it was destroyed in a fit of rage. It's an empty case for the smallest church in Saint-Saëns. That song we've got to find. But we have got some things to interact with. So this is a white envelope with a stamp attached to the upper right, handed to you by Eva Claire. There are some legal documents in it with two names printed on them. Isabel Sade and Lillian Carter. Both signatures are required. Oh, this is the thing that Ivart wanted me to get signed in the fishing village or whatever it was.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope, a 12 to 40 month construction period, and the zoning plan in the addendum.
I look at the zoning plan.
The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall.
Kim, what do you make of this?
I'm no property lawyer, but it looks fine. I like the print size. They're not selling or leasing anything. It's not a perfect solution, but...
Logic is not our speciality, but we'll give it a go.
There doesn't seem to be anything of interest here. No fine print. You're smart. You can read.
Cheers, logic. Okay, I think we were supposed to show Kim the bullet as well, if I've still got it knocking around. I'm sure when we investigated that, it said Kim would be interested in looking at it. But that's the damaged racist mug. Evidence the bullet,
the
right.
bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp.
Kim, take a look at this. It's a jacketed bullet close to 5 millimeters in diameter.
A jacketed bullet. Okay. It would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle, not from a muzzleloader like those typically found on the streets of Martinez. Even the RCM uses ordinary unjacketed conical bullets. This is strange. Very strange. I like this, officer. Strange means unique. Unique means incriminating. We need to find the gun that shot it.
Something tells you that won't be anytime soon. This'll have to be one of those epic tasks that's open for a while.
Okay, hand-eye coordination. We've got a high chance of success. I tried to determine what type of weapon shot this. Oh, I found that fancy rifle, didn't I, in the hidden room. And we have the cursed Illyrian die is going to help. Hooray!
A rifle. Revolutionary period. Your bullet looks to be an old 4.46 millimeter from the surplus left over from the turn of the century. Probably an antique or a retrofitted antique.
The make?
The 4.46 caliber was widely used with the Belmargrave rifle, a Revacholian manufacturer. The BM dominated the battlefields of the Insulindian theater of the anti-centennial revolution 50 years ago. Incidentally, you have just such a rifle with you, the dusty old thing you found hidden in the basement below the commercial area. It's unusable, sadly. If it were, the bullet would probably fit the chamber.
Does anyone still make these rifles?
No, but Zeliger, a major firearm manufacturer, ended up with a surplus after the war. So there are still a lot of these old military rifles floating around, usually broken. The quality was appalling.
Who uses Belmargrave rifles these days?
Antiques enthusiasts, guerrilla fighters in distant countries, a few lucky jamrock bangers. You're looking for the same thing you found in that hidden weapons cache, only in working order.
What are you thinking? Bullet?
I think I know where this came from. I dangle the bag thoughtfully.
Okay. And?
The shot probably came from a Belmargrave rifle.
An antique. That makes sense. There can't be many breech-loading rifles floating around in Martinez, or anywhere in Ravachol, really.
Why not?
Sure, there's some arms trafficking, but the laws prohibiting the use of breech loaders we inherited from the monarchy have been effective, from what I've seen. Some new RCM recruits get impatient with their muzzle loaders once they've trained with military-grade weapons, but they realize it's worth it in the end.
With what? Getting shot?
Imagine if everyone, cops, citizens, had access to firearms that could shoot multiple rounds without pausing to reload. After the first shot, the second, third, and so on come much easier. But back to the investigation.
Seems like we're looking for an antiques enthusiast.
Doesn't seem that likely, but we'll check out all possible leads. Next step. Okay,
let's see what else I can say.
An antique. That makes sense. Sure, there's some new... Imagine if everyone... But back to the investigation.
Could the victim have been mixed up with some foreign guerrilla fighters?
Let's find out. Next step. Finding the girl. Okay, an antique.
What else could we have
Sure,
said?
there's some new RCM recruits get impatient with their muzzle loaders once they've trained with military-grade weapons. Imagine if... But back to the investigation.
Have well-armed jamrock bangers started crossing into Martinez?
Let's find out.
No, he's not
Next
going to
step.
give me any more. Okay. What's next? The dried maybells. That's the wildflowers from upstairs.
6 crumbling petals rest on your palm. They're white, a bell-shaped crown.
What is this, Kim?
This is the Insulindian lily, called maybells or Lucille's tears during the Revolution. Girls used to pin these on soldiers before sending them off to battle.
Who pinned them? Which side?
The revolutionaries, so the communards and the anarchists. White's their color, but the custom started in the suzerain's army, so it held meaning for the kingsmen too. It's about girls and boys more than sides. Girls sending off boys who are going to their deaths, then also dying themselves in the ruins from dysentery and consumption. It's a symbol of the Civil War.
Does this flower blossom mean any... Does this flower blossom in early spring?
Yes, but not this early. Not to my knowledge. It looks dried, preserved.
Is it a coincidence, it being on the roof?
Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see.
Very well. I put the flower back in my pocket.
The petals feel dry and fragile in your hand. Water flows under the channel bridge. Dark water. You rub your sides for warmth, but there is none.
I blow on my fingers.
Inland, above the Martinez distributary, the channel that brought wastewater from the silk mills of Jamrock, and then dead bodies during the war. The wrinkled fingers of an old man crush flower petals, then sprinkle them in the stream like white salt.
Okay, we interact with the door gunner Megamix.
You stare at the great door gunner Megamix. If only you had a boombox, you would be able to play Titus's tape. The tape feels ominous. Upon it, the dead speak. Respect the tape.
Do you think we can use the karaoke machine over there? Let's go find out.
Can I help you?
No option there. We'll keep looking then. I just thought the other thing we should really do with Kim is, when I was on my own, they wouldn't let me into the apartment building, the cleaning lady. I just wondered if it's one of those things where Kim can convince them for me. We'll give that a try before we try and figure out where this fishing village is. I'll have to look at my map of Martinez and try and figure it out. Sorry, just messing with the controls. It was here.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked.
Kim, tell her we're real policemen.
Madame, I assure you, we are real police officers.
The lieutenant repeats dutifully.
There is no reply. Just faint, sweeping sounds inside. The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
This is the police. Open up.
The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
Please let me inside. It's cold out here.
No. I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Madame!
There is no reply.
No, okay. But we can try the back entrance too. Come on, Kim. That was over here. That was another door I couldn't figure out how to open. Okay, so yeah, it was that one.
There must be another way into the building.
Jeez, that was loud, Kim. Okay, so Kim won't go in that way either.
The spread pattern of these bullet holes makes your chest ache. Your breath grows heavier.
I examine closer.
You peer into the faded marks in the stone. They peer back like an endless row of tiny black holes. Sweat starts trickling down your brow.
This is bad mojo, man! Fucking horrible mojo! The end draws near!
Your chest feels tight looking at them. It's closing in, caving in, ever tighter. Your breathing grows even heavier.
You okay there?
Man, I start feeling really bad for a second.
Might be the after effects of your past escapades. What are you looking at?
What's with all these bullet holes? I've seen them, a lot of them around.
Remnants from the revolution. These are over half a century old.
So no crime has happened here?
Perhaps a crime of a sort ages ago. But no, these do not warrant an investigation.
Okay, but what can you tell me about the revolution?
Not much. I don't have a fresh perspective on it. Should we go?
Okay, so the plot thickens again. Actually, I'm going to go and look at that, see if anyone's come back. Nope, Weasel's not returned. Let's see if Kim's got anything to say about his room. Oh, I got more Nosefed though.
row of mugs sits on the shelf.
Oh, it was just the racist mugs. Nothing more to find in Weasel's room with Kim. Okay, I am still really not sure how we get into that apartment building. Feels like we should be able to. But I guess if Kim can't figure it out, what's that?
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Why am I looking at this wall?
You have no clue. It's just a wall. So many walls all over Martinez, weather-worn, cracked, their paint peeling.
Well, that was informative. So, is there any other way?
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the door.
Let's just try the other option.
Doesn't matter who I am.
From within comes the...
The police? No. Go check the backyard.
Nah. Maybe we'll be able to get in later. Okay, let's go and investigate the fishing village. So, map of Martinez, let's try that. There's my map. I'm guessing it's the fisherman's stacks. So it looks like we've just got to head round the bottom coast there. There was also a guy I've been trying to keep in mind. The really racist trucker said he thought another one of the truckers was a drug dealer, but we ain't managed to find that guy yet. So I was kind of wondering where he is. So that's Kim's car. That's the trucker we spoke to. So I don't think we've been down here. Let's just keep going down the road. Oh, there's another trucker there. Maybe he's our potential drug dealer if we believe the really racist guy. A sewer grate. Gateway to the River of Filth. What's that over there? Oh, there's a thing there too. Look at that. Look at it.
Yes?
Look at it. No, stop talking to Kim. Look at the object. An ancient fountain. It doesn't pump water anymore. There's a tree in it. Okay, what's that thing over there? Tire tracks leading onto the roof. Slush and rain has almost washed them off. Can we get onto the roof? No. No, we cannot. Right, back round. So then there was the thing down here he was looking at. Oh, Nosafed. It's good to have some healing items. I actually might use one. There we are. A bit further away from death now. Roy's pawn shop. Fast cash for a faster times. Okay, we should possibly go and talk in the pawnbrokers. What's that thing?
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. Wait, could this be why Morel hasn't returned to Lena?
So the coast is closed off. This may be why Lena's husband Morel, the cryptozoologist, hasn't returned.
Looks like it, yes. We should probably go tell Lena. Take a load off her mind.
She was quite worried.
Pull the lever up.
You grab the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the metal connects against the contact pins, you hear a loud clunk. The water lock starts moving.
Ooh. That was satisfying.
Okay, if we ever need to get to the coast, then this is the way. But please, contain your wanderlust for now. I don't want us to get sidetracked, not with everything that's going on.
Fuck that, Kim. I'm already sidetracked.
Focus on one thing. Achieve it, then the next, he thinks. That's the task chain.
Okay, let's see what else we got around. Can't talk to any of these fellas. Let's go and look in the pawn shop. And then there was the guy on the other side of the street too. Some kind of machine, an antique cash register. Mostly military wear with a few more eccentric fashions thrown in.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
I let my gaze run over the streetlight.
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently.
Is that streetlight?
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
Where'd you get this?
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property.
He leans in so the pawnbroker doesn't hear him.
You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
He pauses, studying the light. How much for the streetlight?
700 real. A bargain, I dare say.
A bargain? No, it's not. He's trying to sweet-talk you into buying trash.
700 sounds about right. I can't imagine it was easy sawing off that street lamp.
Hey, I don't know where it came from, but it's not every day you get to buy and sell something so extraordinary.
A bust of a woman. The plaque simply says Dell. In the dark, a film projector is whirring away.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Try to find something pretty and cool here. Then use it to win her back.
Win her back?
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine. This sounds off. You shouldn't trust this guy.
I inspect the knights on horseback.
Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks. The kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
I point at the knights on horseback. Who are they?
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
A long, long time ago.
I inspect the blue uniforms.
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
I point at the blue figures. Are they royalist soldiers?
Which ones? Ah, those. Yes, they are. I find the paint job a bit gaudy, but children like the bright colours indiscriminately.
I inspect the figurines in rags.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
I point at the figurines in rags. Are these even soldiers?
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
Let's have a look. It's meant to give people hope. Even we can do it.
Maybe.
He seems to have his own take on the conflict played out in perpetuity by these toys. Might be interesting to find out what it is.
Okay, let's try Inland's role. Interfacing. Dig up a truly cool figurine in the box under the table.
Everything you pick out seems faded, chipped, and sad somehow. Most of them are just broken toys.
Oh well, never mind.
If you don't mind, please put the flashlight away. Some of us have photonic sensitivities.
Alright, sorry about that.
I do appreciate it.
Okay, you won't talk to me while I've got the flashlight on. Ooh, an autosave. Stuff something else in my hand for now instead. Some nice healthy cigarettes.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
The man at the counter turns to you slowly.
What can I do for you?
He asks.
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Sorry, I feel like I'm interrupting you.
Oh no, not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers lately. RCM or otherwise.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
This is quite the collection indeed, I nod.
It keeps me entertained.
His attention is drawn once more to the play of light and shadow on the walls behind you.
Entertained? He might be high. If he is, on what?
I can't resist. Right. Roy is high, and is Roy high, and if yes, what's he on?
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Pyrolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
Pyrolidon? What's that?
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Sir, could you just take off your sunglasses? I'd like to check your eyes.
Why on earth? These are prescription. I can't really see without them.
There's a note of indignation in his voice. Interesting. Those triangle patches on his vest, you have a feeling they mean something, like they're similar to the halogen rectangle on your jacket.
Say, what's with the triangles on your vest?
I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade. You know, after the People's Pile disaster.
He coughs, as if to mark his words.
Had to take Pyrolidon for radiation sickness. That's what you were hinting at just now, wasn't it?
He's taken for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
The People's Pile, what's that?
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you, too.
Tell me more about this emergency relief brigade that you're part of.
We were an all-volunteer force. Self-organized. Tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
On the patch, gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop of blood.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance. Didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick.
It must have been tough, radioactive cleanup.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened, and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment, and early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Whose fault was it that the generator failed?
No one's. Everyone's.
He sighs and shakes his head.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
How'd you end up running a pawn shop?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but...
He shrugs. Thank you for telling me.
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Okay, Kim's not gonna like this, but catch share your pie holidon with me.
Have you tried it before?
It's almost like he's worried for you. The lieutenant steps away, pretending to admire some of the knickknacks on display. Looks like he doesn't want to get involved. Go ahead then, he thinks. As long as you can walk straight, I don't care.
I think I've tried it once and I liked it.
Here you go, man.
He presents a large cap-shaped object in the palm of his hand. Very odd-looking.
Yes, darling. That's the coalition government ordained Parolidon. Straight into your gut. Not so sure about this.
Wait, why wouldn't I be sure?
Because it's an anti-radiation drug, and you're a cop. Not a post-apocalyptic scavenger.
Thanks, man. I take the pie holidon.
Of course.
Might be able to use it to bribe Kuno later. I'm looking for something that plays a tape for police business.
A tape? We have boom boxes for sale that will play it. Check the shelves.
There's something I'd like to sell.
Let me have a look.
I'll check my pockets.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Oh, I can pawn things. But if I pawn them, it means I can't use them later. What am I going to use a shot put for? But there might be something. There might be something. Nah, I'll keep hold of everything. I don't have anything.
Another time, perhaps.
You might be able to aid in investigation.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Do you know anything about the recent hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business. Bad for everyone.
He doesn't know anything. No one likes to see what you have to see every day.
That's all I got.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
By the way, do you happen to have any guns like the ones carried by the officers of the citizens' militia?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
Wait, what?
What? Sold? The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
Wait, I sold you my gun?
You...
With Kim here too? That just sounded really, really bad.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia. And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off-the-charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
He's not telling you the whole story. It seems he's trying to spare you.
I feel there's something you're not telling me.
You weren't quite yourself, officer.
What was I like?
You were very distraught. You said the gun was a threat to your life and that you can't trust yourself with it tonight. And that you need the money. When I said that I don't normally buy firearms, you put the gun barrel in your mouth and sort of sucked on it. Then I agreed to take it.
You sucked on a gun? Good. Very normal.
Wait, how much did I sell the gun for?
15 real.
The lieutenant looks from you to Roy, and then back to you. It's clear that he hopes this tableau might still turn out to be a bad dream. It's not, though. This has got to be the most. Wow. There's pity there, too. In case you didn't notice.
It happens to the best of us, I guess.
It certainly does. Especially in Revachol.
Was the buyer a policeman too?
She didn't seem like a policeman. Although she kept referring to herself as a pig. which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her. Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Oh, is it that skull girl?
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
There is only one explanation. She must be one of my rabid fans.
In that case, she'll be happy to get a visit from us, if we can find her.
He looks around, worried. Any idea where I can find the buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it right now. You'll just have to hope Everett wasn't lying, and the Union can track her down in time.
Have people from Everett Clare's Union come to track the gun?
Maybe. Shady-looking guys came in here yesterday, looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls. They asked if I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it. They went their way. It was a trip, but you know, all sorts of people come here, asking for all sorts of things.
Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun.
People as oleaginous as Everett seem like they're lying, even when they're really being truthful.
At least now I know how I lost my sidearm. Let's talk about something else.
Of course.
Do you have any recordings of the Col de Mamadakwa?
The Col de Mamadakwa? Sorry, I would never have guessed that you were that interested in ultrasonic sounds. Or birds, for that matter.
I've been thinking about quitting the RCM and becoming a cryptozoologist.
How interesting. Well, it's been a long while since I've gone hunting for the Col de Mamadakwa. Once knew a group of young musicians who decided they didn't want to play music anymore, and started looking for all kinds of interesting sounds instead. This was before, you know, lost touch with them after all of that.
That sounds cool.
Cool or not, one of them was obsessed with recording the Col de Mamadakwa. And he was one of those passionate people who know a lot about all kinds of strange things. So he got the rest of us to join in his search.
And did you ever find it?
We thought we did. We got together all these recordings of unusual sound patterns, compared them, cut them up and combined them into the Symphonia Col de Mamadakwa.
Can I listen to it?
Unfortunately, I don't have any recordings from my old life. None at all. But I do have a tape with some ultrasonic sounds that might be what you're looking for.
He starts rummaging through some tapes behind the counter.
Do we really have time for this?
Yes, absolutely. It's necessary for my research.
This recording comes from down the coast. Wasn't looking to record anything specific. Just left a recording device there one morning. Keep in mind, I have to slow this one down enough to make sounds well over 200 kilohertz audible to the human ear. It will be strange.
He switches on the tape player and the speakers emit a low hum.
As the hum grows louder, modulating but always unnaturally uncomfortably low, like it's coming not from the speakers, but also from inside your chest. Breathing is becoming difficult. There's a growing sense of dread. The sound is coming from inside you, but also surrounding you. It feels as though someone is standing just outside your range of vision and watching you, doing this to you. He nods to you, reassuringly, just as more diverse, higher-pitched sounds, some random, some appearing to form patterns, hit your eardrums.
What's that?
Gulls and skewers. But, shh.
He raises a pointer finger and inclines his head towards the speakers. A new very high-pitched shivering sound emerges amidst the others.
That's it. The signal in the noise. The thin whisper. A low range of sounds is easier to handle with a focal point, but still troubling. You are mesmerized by the sounds, but also feel nausea welling up as the motif continues, then begins to recede, dissolving in what must be the sound of water lapping at the bank.
You know, now that I've listened to it on these new speakers, it's not the cold Mamadakwa. Wrong patterns, wrong photons. Probably some insect trying to sing higher than its predators can hear. Still, fascinating, aren't they? Early morning sounds.
I have other business to take care of now. Okay, where are these boom boxes he talked about? He said they were on the shelves. Is that them?
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Hjelmdal burning.
I sniffed the t-shirt.
Smells like worn cotton, and a little old sweat there. Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
You're not imagining it. Photon emissions? What is he talking about?
That's a rad man from Hjelmdal t-shirt you've got there.
Hell yeah, man. I don't usually carry printed tees, but this one was just pure exemplar.
We have a lot in common. I'm a big man from Hjelmdal fan too.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that I'm a fan, but I do think the Hjelmdalaman saga is an integral part of our shared reality. Most people don't think that the man from Hjelmdal really existed, but they're wrong.
What did you mean the man from Hjelmdal was real?
I mean, even if the man from Hjelmdal didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has. It's simple, really.
Okay.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more robust understanding of cause and effect. Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Hjelmdal, and watched northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there.
Very, very unique energies indeed. Geomagnetic ley lines, one might even say.
How much are you selling this t-shirt for?
2 real.
That's dirt cheap.
Couldn't you just give it to me for free then?
But why?
The man from Hjelmdal is a superstar and I'm a superstar. It'd be perfect.
I suppose that makes sense, yes. Please go ahead and take it. Welcome to Hjelmdal.
Boom, superstar cop. Okay, where is the shelf with the boom boxes? That one?
The boom boxes on the shelf look well loved and well traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels.
I stand on the tips of my toes to see more.
One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. This is you. Golden orange. A sunset suite. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Shopkeep, the Stereo 8 approved machine here.
Is the Harman Welsh W2. Made in Vespa. Designed in Seoul. Plays all reel-to-reel formats. 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
Are you sure this is all in working order?
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech. Found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though I don't really like music.
Can I just play a tape on one of the boomboxes real quick?
Sorry, man. I can't be giving out freebies. Never have, won't now.
Just literally gave me a free t-shirt. Can I get a discount on this boombox? A police discount?
A discount? I do have to keep the lights on, man. It's 12 real.
A man like that in a neighborhood like this, in a rickety house falling into the sea, there's fear in him. Use it to your advantage.
Okay, what do we think a realistic haggle is for this boombox? He wants 12. How low do we reckon we can get him, guys? I am a superstar coffer, after all. Come on, Info, you must have an opinion. Info says go for 8 real. Okay.
Actually, yes. Let's. 8 is an even better number than 12. Even more internal balance. Better integrity, too.
Right, we do need the tape player. Let's go. Did I press the right option? Did I get a tape player?
The boomboxes wait on the shelves.
And here you are. Quality sound reproduction on the go. It'll play anything, wherever. Turn any tape into a conversation of sounds and shapes.
Okay, let's listen to the tape that the Hardie Boys gave me. Where is it? The Dorgan Megamix.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reels attach to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
I play the tape.
You push Command Set, and the tape starts spinning. Violent static and machine sounds fill the air.
This isn't Revachon. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
Another loud screech, some kind of machinery.
The harbor. That's the sound of a Kvalson crane.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the Apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens, too. Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice room. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance a whore upstairs. Do it Kohoi style. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
A click and then silence. The rest of the tape is empty.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arrête on your porter reel. The tape stops spinning.
What was that at the very end? Silence?
End of recording.
What do you think?
It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls.
But he did say he's going to do it. You can't edit words into someone's mouth.
Indeed, but...
The lieutenant looks at the tape. You're familiar with this look now. It's his look of suspicion.
There's more going on here than we know.
Who's this Corty?
One of the other mercenaries, I think. The one he was talking to. A friend of his.
What's Kohoi?
A village on the Samaran Isola, in South Safre. Grad committed war crimes there, the kind of thing he talks about.
You think he was there?
Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. Or maybe Kohoi is just merc talk for atrocity, slaughter.
Okay then, what now?
I think we've got a few more questions for Klaasje, don't you? This seems to contradict her testimony, at least to some degree.
Curious. Well, we got that at least now. Let's just go and see if there's more things to look at out here. A helpline to the company that controls the drawbridge.
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Yeah, I think this might have been the guy that the racist referred to when he was implicating someone as a drug runner.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places. The box smells like cat piss or like an old person with no money.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first-hand, buy second-hand. Keep the economy moving.
I find something worth salvaging from the pile of rags.
Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek, a windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof, and sport. All in different typefaces. Practical, and yet it may deaden your senses to the world around you. Possibly because of the awful typeface.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
We'll leave for now. Let's just talk to him, though.
You see two lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers, ultra serious.
I can see you've a taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
I inspect the sneakers.
A pair of found ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest found sneakers. Super air, super fine, super cool. Only 50 real.
Only? That's madness.
I inspect the speakers.
These once respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable found ultras atop them. A small heat emboss on the veneer reads, Solidarity Aid from the People's Republic of Samara. The speakers themselves don't seem to display any magical qualities.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here.
But I already looked at the sneakers.
Then look at them again. These are the premium lifestyle sneakers, officer. The best on the market.
Can't I just buy the sad and conquered Samaran speakers?
No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk.
But I need some speakers.
Well, if you want them...
He pauses for a moment, calculating.
But see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? I can't leave premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground. If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for a little extra. 50 cents?
What a deal. We leave.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer! Everything's cool here.
He gives you a thumbs up. What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool, the customers are cool, the place is cool. And one more thing, officer.
From out on the bay, a cool wind gathers. It sweeps into the city, tugging at the textiles hanging around the stand. Some distance away, the sound of a tin can clattering across the street can be heard.
You're very cool. Bang,
You
bang,
make-
bang, bang!
He makes both hands into finger pistols and fires a few finger bullets into the air. Really? You think I'm cool?
Oh, yes! You got style. You got personal style. You know what you like.
He surveys his consumerist kingdom with the air of satisfaction.
You like premium menswear. Look around and browse. Everything looks cool on a guy like you. Take your time.
He settles back into the pile of boxes he's sitting on.
Don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act. Questions.
Where are you from, Silling?
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All Revachol.
But you're not local, are you?
Very sharp, officer. I'm Serais, from the Sigai province of the Serais Empire. The apricot suzerainty, you know?
Why's it called that? Are there lots of apricots there?
The apricot suzerainty is what the Sigai archipelago is commonly known as in Revachol. It's a bit of a fraught term, I'm sure you understand.
No, apricots come from Sigai. My grandma used to grow them. But Sigai is a shithole. That's why I came to Revachol. Here's much better for an independent entrepreneur. Less laws. Speaking of, why not support an independent local entrepreneur? I send half my profits back to my grandma in Sigai.
Well, if it's for his grandma, you should buy a lot of things.
So, Silling, what's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs.
I'm super into drugs.
That's very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs. Sadly, I don't have any drugs on sale. Or at my home, or on my person.
He smiles.
Sir, it appears to be true. No drugs in sight. Not in the box of sunglasses or under the speakers.
We're looking for a lorry driver who's transporting drugs out the harbour. He or she is in this traffic jam.
That's even cooler. You investigating that and all. But, I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
A blatant lie, sire. Yet he tells it with such conviction. We'd believe him if we didn't know better.
But you are a lorry man. Another driver identified you and your lorry.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole.
He stops to think.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
He spreads out his arms. Stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation at the harbour?
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
There's more here. He's afraid of this crowd, whoever they are, more than he is of the racist lorry man.
Who are you afraid of, Silling?
Look, there's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I've spent 15 years working my way up.
If you don't want to get into this mess, you have to give us a reason to move on.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Is the lady driver the old woman back there? I point to the pale driver. Dazed out strange?
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
It could be. She was strange.
Who are these other drivers who talk?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
Okay, we're cool now.
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives. Both of you. You deserve it.
Okay, persuade him to give us some money. Let's give it a go.
No need to dress this one up. Just tell him what you want.
You, I want your money, now.
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
I don't know, it was the only thing I could come up with in my head. To ask you, I just need to get money somehow.
Ah, yes. Money is very important.
The street vendor nods, dead serious.
Are you trying to ask for a bribe? If so, you're not doing a very good job.
He looks at the vendor.
Sorry, detective.
Okay. That's all we got. I'm curious about the lady truck driver now.
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box. A variety of shapes and colors.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
The vendor takes a pair of sunglasses and sticks them under your nose. I try them on.
Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow.
Damn, officer! You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. They're practically made for you. I'll let you have them for $2.50.
They're perfect for concealing your bloodshot and baggy eyes.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
Yes, you're right. I'm too sensible for them. And I'd like to conserve some money.
Are you sure? But they look so good on you. You should think this through, officer.
I will do. I rummage through the box.
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun. Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more UV light into your pupils. A UV magnifier.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, very cool. UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
Okay, let's try the 3% roll.
No luck. All you find is this lime-colored cellophane visor, produced by a bargain sportswear brand called Amphibian, apparently. There's a malformed green frog on its bent cap.
Oh, that visor is perfect for you, officer. It'll definitely keep the sun out of your eyes while you're shooting criminals. Bang, bang! And all for a mere $6.
I turn to Kim. Kim, a firefight's something we should be prepared for?
I hope not.
He says, looking up from his browsing.
You don't like it? Sure, Square Joe. No problem. Let's get you some real shades.
I kind of love him. Okay. Should we try crossing over the lock? Or should we go try talking to the lady again? Let's try the lock while we're here. The radio hums with electricity. We won't be able to find Lena's husband somewhere if we're lucky. What else have we got over here before we go through that hole in the wall? Someone has broken down the fence here and the barbed wire. Okay, there's a lot of tire tracks. There's a boat tucked away under this tarpaulin cover. Through the broken glass ducks sturdy shelves and a forgotten chair. Oh, I can go in there. A cold breeze is enough to make the wall planks creak. Ooh, bow tie. You see a dark red chair in the dim light of the room. I think we looted everything in there. Oh, I unlocked quick travel. I'm guessing I can do that from my map. Were we aware that was a thing? I'm not sure. Okay, I don't think I can get up onto that hill from here. I'm going to have to go around. Let's just keep looking along the beach first then before I go up onto anything. Someone's standing on the docks over there. The underside that this boat has recently been tarred. Footprints in the snow, they lead away from the accident. What accident? Oh, there's a smashed up car in the ice. The ice just off the coast is crackles shifting. remember we didn't go back looking for my gun either. Well, at least I found coins on the ground.
A banged-up motor carriage lies half-submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Insulindian Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible. It must be cold and lonely down there, in the icy water.
A carriage in the sea? Where did this come from?
My guess is it started its journey from the plaza, where it backed through the fence.
Let's investigate, Kim.
I agree. We should definitely investigate.
You get a sudden, sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water. Why the doom and gloom? It's just a sunken motor carriage. Some motor carriages are bound to end up in the sea.
I run my hand over the cold metal.
The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists.
What's the make of this MC? Can I see a logo?
The logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by.
How long has it been here?
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
Well, it looks like Jacob Ear's journey came to an abrupt end here.
Your mocking tone finds no response, but the motion of the waves.
Did you say something, Lieutenant?
I did not. But I'd say it has been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
What should we do?
Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside.
How long will it take for low tide to come in?
I don't know. An hour or two, tops?
Okay then. I sit on the swing and wait for the tide to recede.
As you sit down in the old, rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent. The hinges creak under your weight, dangerously so. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea.
I whistle a tune.
The tune on your lips forms a strange yet undeniably beautiful contrast with the surrounding bleakness. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. Then, still looking straight ahead, he joins you with a higher-pitched and slightly more melodic trill. The wind blows. In the distance, behind the church, some vagrants are having an argument over a bag of tear they found in the reeds. Further away, a flock of seagulls lands. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
Would you rather sit on an anthill for an hour or stand in a river of leeches?
Well, historically, leeches have been used to prevent and even cure many ailments.
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
If you had to side with either the strikers or the shipping company, which would you choose?
Luckily, I am already a member of an independent organization, and therefore do not have to choose between a rock and a hard place.
But if someone put a gun to your head?
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Can you make out the mark now?
Detective, I've been able to make out the mark ever since we arrived. I find it odd that you haven't. It's a Coupri, Model 40.
His eyes turn to you.
It is a simple and rugged machine, favored by working men, government offices, firefighters, animal control people. You know, those kinds of people.
Is that a number on the side?
Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for?
Couldn't be Precinct 41 or anything. What we got? It must be Tommy 41, the morning host of FM 41.
Right. Or 41 is the number of a police precinct? Your precinct.
A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you. Oh God, Harry. Oh God, Harry. What did you do? No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
Oh, no, no, no.
Yes, your car is in the sea. Face it, so we can start dealing with this.
No, I mean, seriously, it's just a coincidence.
The lieutenant just shakes his head.
Oh my God, it's mine! I drove my car into the sea.
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you drove your police motor carriage into the sea after you jumped across the canal.
Maybe I was in pursuit of someone.
Of whom? I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk.
Probably. Try definitely.
How do we get it out?
Detective, we don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point.
So it's just going to be there, like that?
I'm afraid it will have to be there like that for many years. Look at it. Parts of it might be salvageable, but overall, this machine is a write-off.
I can still fix it.
That is very unlikely. All the electrics are toast. That goes for the electromagnetic steering and brake systems as well. You'd be lucky to find one undamaged component in there. In a few months, there will be nothing but rust left of this vehicle. It'll be cheaper to buy a new one. Well, not cheaper. This motor carriage costs 40,000 real. But in the long run, it still makes more sense to buy a new machine than try to refurbish this.
People are going to be angry at me, aren't they, in Precinct 41?
Let's face it, this is a substantial loss to your district's budget. I mean, my station only has 4 other vehicles in addition to my kinema.
They're not going to take me back after this, are they?
People are more valuable than machines. Training a police officer is even more costly.
People, yes, but not you.
My badge, my gun, and now this?
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and doesn't say anything. There is also a 4th thing you've lost.
A 4th thing?
More precious than the gun, the badge, and the motor carriage combined. Lost forever into the deepest of seas.
Things were going so well. We were just whistling merrily.
You can still whistle. Besides, the night is always darkest before the dawn.
Well, at least I can see what's in there now.
Yes, let's go take a look.
I did the bad thing. I got a banged up fuel canister. What we got over there on the hood? I think that's the hood anyway, it's pretty mangled. Oh, a jacket. Let's go see what we just picked up. Oh, hey guys, it's leveling time. What should we level? Live or die, make your choice. Oh, you want half-light? That's different. Where's half-light gone? Can't remember which row that one's on. It's got to be near Shivers. Yeah, there it is. Okay, pointing to half-light for info. Okay, so I picked up a load more clothes, actually. Let's see what we got. So my gloves. Am I actually wearing gloves at the moment? Oh, yes, I am. Okay, so they raise electrochem. My current gloves. A half-life. I probably need that more than electrochem, truth be known. Okay, physical instrument and Shivers, but I lose some authority because I'm too old for this shirt. What does my other shirt do? I'm wearing a kind of vesty, wife-beatery thing, aren't I? Plus one to drama, clinically insane. Oh, we like drama. Okay, the bow tie knot, drama, makes me a theatre kid. Oh, but I'd have to take off necktie. No, necktie is forever. And a jacket, visual calculus, and esprit de corps. My current jacket, I can't remember what it does. I'm just wearing my standard one, I think. Esprit de corpse and shivers. What did I just say? Yeah, I think I'll stick with what I got. Item. So we found... Oh, that was the postcard I found. Depicts a forest of smokestacks releasing fat plumes of smoke into the blue clouds of the sky. There's that blue again. I go out, I got out, no addressee. And there's my fuel canister. Okay. And I found an ID card or something. Ah! Have I found my ID? Oh, neato. Let's have a look.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
I found my badge!
At least something good came out of all this.
The lieutenant glances at the badge in your hands. I study the badge.
Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and, in the lower right corner, your precinct.
I look at the photo.
The man keeps winking at you with his green-grey eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that. Good choice. A newer photo would look different.
How old?
8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good-looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns.
And he's winking. Why?
What do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression, although it looks less grotesque on him than it does on you now. It looks better on him because he isn't in as much pain while producing it as you are now. Although there's already a hint of that pain, certainly. Don't be fooled. The bad times have already begun. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
Name, Harrier Dubois.
Harrier? That's long for Harry. So you are Harry. Evrard was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't.
Strange, it doesn't say Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Not strange at all. Your name is Harrier Dubois, like it says on your police badge.
Wait, what kind of name is Harrier?
It's a wartime name. Revolutionary. The kind mothers give their sons during troubled times, like Undying or Boxer or Ironhide.
Harrier Dubois it is, then.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Harrier Dubois.
He's not going to call you Harrier. He'll keep calling you officer when he's angry with you, and detective when he's not. The badge in your hands shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information.
Rank, LTN to JFR.
Lieutenant W. Freighter.
What's a Lieutenant W. Freighter?
The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am a lieutenant.
And the W. Freighter?
The title of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus you're W. Freighter.
Declined?
There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's decomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors out of respect. And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank. In your case, lieutenant.
Heavy-duty case-solving machine.
What's a decomptage?
Decomptage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol citizens militia. It means counting down to twos. The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there are the patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, and then a captain. That's basically it, except for a few kinks.
What kinks?
Kinks like satellite officers and the additional freighter rank I already explained.
The long and short of it is, you're his superior.
Wait, satellite officers?
You are given the title of satellite officer if your partner is quickly promoted through the ranks and you rise with him. You don't seem to be a satellite.
So you've been putting up with all my bullshit because I'm your superior?
No, I've been putting up with you because despite an unconventional approach, you are doing good police work. It matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea. And now we've even found your badge.
He trusts you, for now. Try not to spoil it.
I thought my rank was drunk.
Yes, apparently you've had a rather successful career in the past, and this leads me to believe maybe your current situation is only temporary.
Thanks, that gives me hope.
Good.
Turn back
Such
to
a
the
small
document.
yet precious thing. Expensive paper caught between thick plastic, like a fly in amber. It reads,
Serial REV126205 JAM41.
That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown in there for good measure.
Date of issue, 7th of November, 50.
4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant W. Freighter. A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well then.
the case created a lot of edge you have to take off. The death march really gets us going. A lot can happen in 4 months, especially in winter. The winters are never easy on you, of that you are sure.
I remember that time! That was a good time. We had a good work-drink balance going. What happened, man? Pump it up!
Precinct 41?
Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41, like mine says 57. The 57th is mostly industrial harbor, a lot of asphalt. The 41st is...
He stops. What?
It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have 3 precincts, but money is what it is.
It's no wonder you are like you are, he thinks. But then again, it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price, McCoy, Berdiaeva. And you? Is it an honor to work with you? Don't ask him, ask yourself. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
I put the badge away. So I have a name 100% now. Creaking ahead, a broken axle grinding. Is there anything else around about? We're not really locking onto anything. I'm sure there was something else around here that we can mess around with too. I mean, there's that fence up there. Let's see if we can get to it. Yeah. Okay, what we got over here? Traffic beyond the gate. More abandoned motor lorries. Okay, it's not doing anything with that. The sign says no entry. Someone scribbled an inverted star on it. Okay, so we're not going through that way. I'm guessing it's the hole in the fence over there we're going to go and look at then. Much like this. The swing's missing. No one's been here for a long time. Oh, there was a... The wind is corralled by the 4-story buildings around this yard. The birds of the birch tree, barely audible coos come from above. Someone has left their music collection beneath the tarpaulin. Is that the smallest church in Saint-Saëns? Right.
Rust peels off the bent iron posts of the swing. The wind whistles through the skeleton of the small house behind you. There's desolation everywhere.
What happened here?
In this yard?
A lieutenant looks at the small building. The flock of swallows takes off in the distance.
Someone thought they could have a summer house in a block obscure, for cheap. It didn't work out. They abandoned it about a decade ago.
Wait, what's a block obscure?
A black block. A part of the city left unrenovated after the war. Or one that has fallen to gang violence. Or has become inhospitable in some other way.
So this part of the coast is a block obscure?
Practically, it's not an official term in any way, but look around. No sewage, broken power lines, crime, drunks. Life is tough in the blocks. It's no place to build a summer house.
At least they left some old music behind. I tap on the tape I picked up.
Yes, and you picked it up as part of the Jamrock Shuffle.
He gives you a weary smile.
It's not meant as nagging, just an observation.
We should move. I don't think we will solve the murder with forays into the urban hinterland, at least in this phase of the investigation.
Yeah, let's have a quick look round, but then I think we need to go and try and sing some karaoke. After I finish looting the shit out of the place. Glory, says the graffitio, to the ghosts of us all. Okay, let's see if I can use fast travel, because we did get that thing on the map. And I'm not entirely sure how it works. We do at least have the smallest church in Saint-Saëns.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reel's attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
I press play on the tape.
You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing.
I press my ear against the speaker.
It sounds like someone's moving in the room, getting comfortable. Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune, echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad. Within seconds you know this is the one. The real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to. This one tells it like it is. This is your tune. A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
Could I sing this for karaoke? I think I could sing this.
Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like 1,000,000 times. And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Only one obstacle stands on your way.
Nothing can stop me now.
Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. Make everyone understand. The lieutenant watches you pack up the boombox. He doesn't say anything.
Okay, let's see if we can convince Gart now, or if it's something we've got to work towards. This feels important. Where's the whirling in rags? Can I not teleport to it? I did just say I could fast travel to somewhere else, right? So can I fast travel to the whirling? Maybe I've got to access it from my inventory. Where's my map?
The worn map features your finger move, finally.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal.
No, it does sound like I do it from the journal. How do we fast travel then, journal? Map. Oh, not like that. I'm really not sure how we fast travel. Okay, let's just walk then. That might have to be something I look up if it's an option. We can do this, it's not far to walk at least. Gart, I'm coming. Please let me end this session on glorious karaoke. The world must hear my beautiful voice. As we sing the saddest church in Saint-Saëns. Oh, yeah.
Hello, dear. I didn't notice you at first.
She smiles up at you distractedly. It turns out the water locker's broken and your husband is probably just stuck further down the coast. He should return now that it's fixed.
What wonderful news. Thank you, dear. You've already done so much. But if your investigation happens to take you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
Of course. Do it. Who knows what mysteries await?
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
If I see him, I'll let him know you're here. When or if I get there.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
There we are. Right, Gata.
Can I help you?
Gata, I need to sing karaoke now.
No, you don't.
Let's have a look. This is my way of apologising for all the trouble I've caused. Please let me say I'm sorry.
By causing more trouble? I think we're good.
Yeah, but Johnny Law is about to tear it up sad style.
The Whirling doesn't need more sad style. That's one of the styles it can do without right now.
Why do you even have the PA system if no one's going to use it?
It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of 44.
What happened in 44?
A lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke.
It's not a prop, it's for your clients. I know it's used.
Okay, yes, it's for some clients.
He admits reluctantly. I'm a real client, I've paid my bills and I have the right to use the karaoke machine.
Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
It's alright, I've got my own song with me. I give him the tape for the smallest church in St. Sarn.
The man in the vest and the violet shirt stares at the tape you've just given him. He begins to frown. Hard. This is the look of a man who's defeated. He knows he's out of excuses.
Fine, fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just get out of my hair. I'll plug it in for you. Damn this karaoke machine.
Hooray!
I'm having it uninstalled, he mumbles to himself. Oh yeah, time to do the damage.
Yeah, it's time. Let's save the game in case I really fuck this up, because I deserve to do well. I'm a superstar cop.
The stage is all set up for your performance. Feels silent. You can hear the pellets creak under your feet.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
Look, Kim, I'm going to sing karaoke.
I can see that.
The lieutenant steps away from the stage, ready for your performance. I put my lips against the microphone to test it.
Immediately, a loud feedback noise startles the room. You feel like an amateur. How are you supposed to hold the mic? Should you just sing into it? Where should you stand?
I look around the room first.
There are some people out there, but mostly a post-meridian slumber has fallen on the premise. Not super lively. It would be wiser to perform in the evening, no? But the choice is yours. Yes, you can always do it in the evening. It will be less scary with a lot of people.
We'll leave it for the evening then. This feels right, you belong here. What my else like?
So, are you ready for your thing now?
Nope, we'll be back in the evening, my friend. We must do it with as many people here as possible to make it less scary. Gotta remember that when it gets to evening. Okay, let's get back where we were, so we can actually save in a useful position. I've come the wrong way, haven't I? I'm not meant to be down here on the docks. I need to go down the road. on, Kim, let's get to that fishing village I can't figure out how to fast travel to. I will look that up. There has to be a way. Okay. Breaker box to power the radio pylon above. Maybe there's something inside. Like money. Well, we're slowly building our way up to being able to afford to stay in the whirling overnight. But anyway, it was down the coast. I think it was about here that it triggered before. Can't get onto that jetty from this side. I guess I've got to go up here. A wetting stone, a well-worn and covered in rust. Okay, we've come to a new area, so let's just save the game there. And I think that's a good stopping point for the day, so next time we'll be able to explore the fishing village. And in the evening, we'll sing some karaoke. So anyway, thanks for bearing with me. I'm Kim, or Adverse Camber 42. My main stream is live Mondays and Wednesdays at 8 PM GMT and Saturdays at 5 PM GMT, where I'm currently playing Yakuza 4 Remastered on PlayStation 4. This is my game on the side, just as and when I have a couple of free hours. If you follow the Adverse Camber 42 Twitter or Blue Sky accounts, I'll always give you the heads up when I'm going to pop on and play, in case you want to come join me, give advice, level up Harry, whatever you fancy. I also have an Adverse Camber 42 YouTube channel where old episodes are put up usually within a day of them airing here, in case you want to catch up on the plot of Disco Elysium so far, or any of the previous games I've played. Because my tastes are varied and there's a lot on there now, including Code Vein, House of Ashes, Another Crab's Treasure, Cyberpunk 2077, Danganronpa 1 and 2, Alone in the Dark, the 2024 version. Do check them out if you're interested. I'm also one half of Things Are Getting Strange and X-Files Rewatch Podcast. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts. New episodes go up on a Thursday, 8 PM GMT. We're reviewing the X-Files 2 episodes at a time. We are currently on Season 9, and this Thursday's episode will cover Demonicus and 4D. Please do check that out if you're interested, and if you can afford to do so, also support our Patreon. Helps keep the lights on and gives you access to things you can't get anywhere else, including a full let's play of the 1998 X-Files FMV game for the original PlayStation. Anyhow, that's all for tonight. Again, thanks for bearing with me. I will see you tomorrow for some more Yakuza 4 Remastered. So take care, everyone, and have a great day.